This guy is against Bien. Unaona venye Bien is your amazing guy, your bald guy. This guy is against Bien na his own baldness and everything else. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you're watching us from. This is the Corridors Podcast, and as usual, nitakutuma first on the subscription button if you're watching us for the very first time. If you've been watching us each and every time, you already know what to do. Share the episode, comment, and watch to the last minute because this conversation is gonna be amazing for you. And of course, on to another episode where we're hosting Willis Akumu. We are having conversations. This guy is against Bien. Unaona venye Bien is your amazing guy, your bald guy. This guy is against Bien na his own baldness and everything else. So welcome to this episode because we are going to have conversations about your style as a man, beard-wise, your hair loss and everything else. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Dante, for hosting me.
Yeah,
I appreciate.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm happy to have this conversation with you because you have several characteristics zenye watu hawajui.
Yeah.
And as from the previous episode when we were hosting Evans.
Yeah.
You see, we were having conversations with Evans about when I was mentioning that sometimes back I was his campaigner.
Yeah.
I need to clarify that I was campaigning against Willis. I was campaigning against Willis and Hamisi.
Kihuye.
Yeah, Kihuye,
Yeah.
right? Hamisi Kihuye or Hamisi Kihuye?
Both. I know Kihuye is somewhere in between.
Kihuye
I don't know where.
Yeah. Hamisi and Willis to some point. We were doing, by then I was let me say a blogger. I did an article that really gave these guys a big problem.
Yeah.
And the article ilikuwa inaitwaje? I know you read the article. I remember us having a conversation after I released the article.
Yeah, sure, I did.
To the public.
I just can't remember the title, but you did an article.
Manual vacuum evacuation. It was manual vacuum evacuation, and it was medically related, being in a medical field and everything else. The article was necessarily hitting so hard on Kihuye. It's not like it is all politics.
Yeah.
It's not like I didn't like Kihuye. Kihuye was my friend.
Sure.
You were my friend.
I know.
Since then, you joined school and everything else.
Yeah.
But when it came to politics, I believed so much in Evans more than I did to you guys.
I know, yeah.
Reasons well known to me,
Sure.
Possibly, but politics is a game of here and there.
Yeah.
Tunakutana, tunaachana, and here we are. I know you watched the episode we did with Evans.
I did.
How was it, man?
Quite well. It was quite full of knowledge. I just love the wisdom that the both of you just spelled during that time. Mental health is a big thing.
True.
Yeah, and especially for us who are in this profession, it's just good that we be aware that we could be walking but not mentally upright or mentally well.
Yeah, true.
And it doesn't mean, just as Evan said, that you have got this crazy diagnosis like schizophrenia and all that things. You're picking things on the road and all that so that you be mentally unwell. It begins by the very simple things that somebody used to do, but then now they avoid doing them. They are depressed. They are, it begins from somewhere as it escalates.
True.
And I loved and I learned a lot from the same discussion that you had.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So wewe ni guest mwenye ni fan. Una watch episode zetu.
Yeah, sure.
We are going to keep having these conversations as far as you guys are going to keep supporting us each and every day.
True.
And I'm really grateful to have this conversation because you see, every nurse out there, you are a nurse by profession.
Yes.
And every nurse out there needs a background. a background in some place for them to, make sure that they blissfully grow and become greater in life. And in this perspective, I just want you to, before we start the conversation, because I know we are going to have an amazing conversation.
Definitely.
Just to, for the benefit of our listener and someone who's watching from home, for them to know who you are, your background, how is everything from where you are and where you're working right now.
Thank you so much, Dante, for everything. And in the introduction, I would begin by also just letting the audience know that at the end of the day, we managed to beat your team, and Evans Nyamolo.
We conceded though.
You did.
We did concede. I remember coming to shake your hand in that room.
I remember. It was quite tough, but it was worth it. And we learned a lot during the process. Amisi emerged to be the winner. I managed to be the deputy president. And I think for the time we tried to do what we could for the community at KMTC. Of course, resources were limited. It was not well funded, but at least we I think you can go and spot a few things that we managed to. No, it wasn't much. Imagine we only collected around 79,000 thereabout. For real. There was nothing much.
It wasn't reading around 800,000.
No, not really. In big KMTCs, it's something, but in Bondo, it was nothing. Nice. There was nothing to eat.
There was nothing to eat.
So you just had to work with that. Now, myself, I don't know where to begin, but just as you've said, my name, that I'm Willis, and that is who I am. I come from deep down in Siaya, from Siaya. There's a sub-county that is called Rarieda. It's a sub-county. So that is where I come from. That is where that is where I was brought up.
Kotiende
Amolo, yes.
Nice.
The guy, the very smart guy.
Very smart guy.
A very, very smart guy. Is our MP. So that is where I come from. And I did all my pre-primary education there, primary education, and equally secondary education. I did them all just at a near, a local school nearby. So that is where I came from, and I found myself in Bondo KMTC, and that is where we met now.
Sure.
Studying nursing.
Amazing.
So that is, I think, just a bit of the background that I can say. Now, into nursing, there are a number of things that drive people into nursing. I can't really single out one thing that drove me into nursing, but among the very many things that drove me into nursing was that my grandmother was a traditional birth attendant.
Nice.
I remember there was a time when nursing and midwifery had not really developed well. So the government used to empower traditional
TBAs.
So they used to do deliveries and all that. So my grandmother used to assist mothers.
They used to do it perfectly, bro.
Perfectly well.
Some complications that we meet today. They were being managed by.
And I wonder how they were managing it. Because
what is the problem?
Lifestyle, I don't know, but a number of things. Because they were taken for a bit of just training here and there. It was not much, but they were taken for trainings, and they
mostly on IPC. It wasn't deep into anatomical.
It wasn't deep into all those anatomical perspectives and all that. So that is where I learned that there is this field that is called midwifery. People can come and then they deliver and all that, and then you see babies and all that. So apart from that, my grandmother used to give injections to members of the community. You suffer malaria, they come with some very
quinine,
very blunt needles, that are
boiled needles, boiled needles,
and they would inject you with those needles, and you'd really
no abscess, no anything, man.
No, but I got an abscess. I have a
from your own
from my own grandmother. my mother usually says that I almost died of the same.
For real?
And there's a bit of a scar, a scar on one of my gluteal muscles. I still nurse it today. It's not painful. It's just okay. So I think that is where I learned that there is a field called nursing, and people, if you are one, you can be of help to the community. Yeah. So my grandmother had a dark room, some dark room somewhere, where you could walk in there and you feel like, hey, this place is sacred or something.
A peaceful place.
A peaceful place, but sacred. I mean, it's scary a bit. You're a child, and when you're sent to that area, it scares you because
people of the past used to use scary things to make sure that they get into your head and control you.
You're right. Yeah, but for her, it was just a room that was allocated for delivery. Yeah, that is where mothers they could come and then they deliver.
Okay.
So she used to assist them there. So you could meet gloves and all that. So I think all these things propelled my mind into to finding out what could be this. And I think that is how I also kind of landed into nursing. Apart from the fact that I have a brother and a sister who were also pursuing nursing. My brother had completed his studies, and my sister then was still studying at Thika KMTC.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. Nyeri KMTC. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so those I think also propelled my heart into try and pursue nursing and see what it has for you.
Amazing.
Yeah.
This is different from your story because me, the first time I'm being admitted in a hospital is I think in 2023.
Yeah.
Being admitted, in a hospital and staying in a hospital for quite a long time.
Yeah.
It was out of bounds. And the worst part that happens this time is the fact that I'm being given an injection for, it was, I think, antibiotic, ceftriaxone.
Yeah.
The second day, I'm trying to hold on because it's painful. When you try to give me the medication, it's a little bit painful. Not so much, but I can hold on.
Yeah.
And then when it gets to the third day, because I was admitted for 1 month, 2 weeks, around 3 weeks, something there. And then on the third day, I'm like, nah, I can't hold this pain. Bro, I'm not going to hold this pain because it's too painful, man. And it just hit my mind. Every time I give a patient medication, and patient aniambie that ni uchungu, I stop immediately. Bro, I stop immediately. I'm not negotiating about it. It's painful it is because of the trauma. Now, you have a trauma of an intramuscular
injection. Yeah, that went wrong.
How does it affect your healthcare provision and when you're giving maybe intramuscular injections or when you're thinking that an abscess that someone else got, it might have been because of this and this?
I think we normally say that when you're passing somewhere and a snake bites you there, the next time you're passing that area, you're skeptical. You think, the snake could bite again.
So we have some saying in Luya that if I mention today, I don't think if I will be allowed back in my clan, they wouldn't want it on social media. They want it within themselves. So but it relates closely to
that. Because I think it's called the PTSD.
PTSD.
So that it reminds you constantly that it can either change you positively or negatively. Because if somebody gives you the wrong injection, you could end up fearing needles for the rest of your life.
Might be the right injection, but in a wrong way.
You could end up fearing needles for the rest of your life, having that trauma for needles. But also it could trigger you to the positive end by so doing to so that you give the best,
Yeah.
so that you inject the right muscle and give the right dosage and all that.
Sure.
Yeah, so I think it has done me more positive than negative because it has always tried to encourage me to go for the right muscle with the right medication and all that. I remember one day I was working at a facility deep down in just close to we normally there's a we call it a beach, but it's not a beach per se. It should be called a peninsula, something like that.
Okay.
So I used to work at a certain clinic near there. So
what is the name of the place? I think I might be knowing the place.
it's called Missouri Beach.
Missouri, yeah.
But I
Missouri,
used to work for a good friend of mine called Linus. He's running a clinic called Gallods. So when I was working there, somebody came and I did a intramuscular injection. And the guy all of a sudden is telling me that he cannot really, it feels like it doesn't feel his leg.
The leg.
So that traumatized me. So I kept on calling this guy to find out how is it going. And then I think after 3 days, then he told me that he's just okay.
The numbness is
over and all that. So sometimes you think you've touched the wrong nerve and somebody could be paralyzed, which happens many a times,
and you wouldn't get over it.
You would not get over it. But we thank God that it was just, I think, some numbness of a sort. Maybe I came close to some other nerve that is not related.
Men are weak, bro.
Men
are weak with injections.
Sometimes it's just being afraid for no reason.
Men are weak with injections, bro.
Yeah.
I don't really like injections. I fear injections more than anything.
You're right.
And I believe you do as well.
Yeah, sure.
Unlike women would be so strong for injections.
Yeah, they would be.
I would rather get a piercing more than
an injection.
A needle prick.
You're right.
Amazing.
Yeah. So that's it. I think it teaches you both ways. Could impact you negatively or positively. To me, it did impact me positively.
Nice. From the leadership perspective, you see, being a leader from that, in a place like Bondo was. There are times we would lack water, bro, for a whole 1 week or 4 days or 3 days sometimes, until phone calls are made to make sure things work out and everything else. And those that used to stay in school possibly could suffer much compared to those that stayed outside the school. Because outside the school, you'll always maneuver around. You'll go to a hotel, eat, and go back to your place, or rather you'll go to the posh apartments. Your friend in a posh apartment like Evans. Evans. Unajua Evans shuleni alikuwa anaishi kwa nyumba ya 4,000. Bed sitter in 4,000 bed sitter. Always organized and everything else. Mimi kikiumana mahali nakaa pale kwa rent yangu ya 2,000. Naamka hivi naambia my boy Clinton Walela. Naambia twende bana tuoge kwa Evans. Tunaenda tunapiga shower tunarudi. So mtu yote alikuwa anaishi nje ya shule. Could always survive. Being a leader in such places zenye facilities haziko well up there, and you are the one to make sure that things develop to the best. How is it effective for someone in a positive or negative way?
I just want to begin by saying that learning at Bondo KMTC, it taught me a lot of things and gave me quite a number of responsibilities.
True.
That up to date I don't regret. I remember, apart from simply being the deputy president of the school, I also was elected to be the chairperson of the Christian Union.
Oh yeah, sure.
So actually there was a time that I was at crossroads. I was supposed to go for the presidency of the school, and the church also decided that they wanted me to be the chairperson.
Mungu anakuangalia, anakuwekea multibet.
So I was like, where do I go, man? Church or now politics, real politics of school. So it happened that we began by the politics side. We went for the contest and all that, but I didn't like the kind of setup that the then administration put in place. Because we had agreed that we were supposed to have an election done, people to compete, and if you merit it, you have it.
Sure.
But then all of a sudden it turned that the administration brought about unnecessary limitations to people.
Exactly.
Say if you've not completed your school fee, you cannot vie for any position. If you do not pass in examinations, you cannot vie for any seats. I was saying, I mean, this cannot work like that. If somebody wants to be in politics, let them engage.
I remember
and
that.
If they, and if they merit it, let them be elected for those positions. So I was the only person that was left to vie. So not because I had finished school fee myself, because help used to help me a lot.
Hey, that's poetical, man. We should be snapping right away. Help used to help. Okay, fine.
So it came to a point that I was the only person who was vying, not because all the factors in place were favoring me, but because the administration kind of wanted it to be like that. So I said, no, I don't think I want to lead when I'm only going to favor.
That was after we left.
That was after. I think that was after you had left or something. That was the next election.
The next election.
The next election. Yeah.
I think it could have never happened when we were
around. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, possibly you are the only vocal person to push it.
So I had to also leave it. I could not be there to be a puppet of the administration and all that, because I wanted to be at the middle. At least I could bring the side of the students and also bring the side of the administration, and then we meet somewhere in the middle.
Sure.
But I didn't want a situation whereby you are proposed by the administration, you would not have the guts to go against it.
Exactly.
And we had a very tough lady by the name Gertrude.
Gertrude. Where is Gertrude nowadays, man?
Gertrude is, I think, should be in Homa Bay.
I remember I never used to shave my hair,
beard.
my beard. I never shaved my beard. I'm the only, I think, I'm the only student back then who used to have a Chinese collar shirt.
Yeah.
And then Simon, you remember Simon? Simon came up with a Chinese collar again. And I remember this day there was a promotional exam. We were getting in for a promotional exam. Bro, I've hustled and bustled, gone back home to get school fees. I've come with school fees. Gertrude looks at me and is like, "Are you a student?" Bro, with my beard and my hair, and she's like, kindly go shave everything and come back looking
me
like bald. And
I remember
that
the
exam started. I left to my barber place and came back. She was very ruthless. Very ruthless.
She was quite ruthless. But she did make things run.
She used to make things run.
She used to make things run, because I think under her leadership we managed to get the school buses and all those things.
I never used to like her.
You could not like her, but because of just her nature,
of course.
But deep down she was also motherly, because I remember when we were doing our district district experience at Migori. Migori. There's I think it's Migori or something.
Or Mbita somewhere.
No, not Mbita.
Okay.
There's Migori, and there's before Migori there's I think it's Migori. Let's just say Migori.
Okay.
So we met her, and we even organized and went, and we had time with her at her place. So she was quite motherly, and was that type of mother that wants you to do things her way.
Man. So that was so dictatorial.
Kind of.
And man, I was from a different place where dictatorship was not working for me. You couldn't dictate how things are done on my lane. So I think that's why I never used to like her.
So we were talking of the impact. So I think leadership at that point impacted me quite positively, because I was able to also have a stand that if the administration wants me to do their way, I'm not going to do that. So because the main thing that took us there was to do nothing and leave. I remember telling them that man, if I'm going to be favored for this position, I don't think I like that. I want the students to elect me on their own terms. So if you want just one man show, I'm not in for it.
No, sure.
And Mr. Quash came and Gertrude, and they went and picked a guy from Masita, just like that, and the guy became the president.
For real?
Yeah, for real. I left that alone, and then went back, and then the church now picked me to be their chairperson.
Nice. And you had to serve the Lord.
I had to serve the
I
Lord.
think that was God's doings. Unajua, mambo ya Mungu ni mengi. God will try to vet some things for you that you come and serve him eventually. And which is a good thing. And along the way you came into practice, and how's your practice been like?
Before I answer that, just to finalize on the leadership bit, it's good that we also you never know who will watch this podcast, but it's also good that we talk to the ears of the management of KMTC at large, and the surrounding community, because it's one thing to plant a KMTC somewhere, and it's another thing to have the necessary resources to make it run.
True.
Because there's no point in planting a KMTC where there are no water, there no electricity, the libraries, and all these facilities that we need to name. So we'd rather sometimes have few but well equipped, rather than have a lot of them but students end up suffering.
A business. It's a business. There's a friend of mine on TikTok, anaitwa Irimu Muturi. I keep mentioning her each and every time on this podcast. She says each and every medical school you see around you, it's a business. And you see, it depends who is in the business. And the fact that they are opening each and every branch, each and every place, and not considering the fact that how is the area, how's the security of the area, how are their students going to survive, the facilities and everything else. Because if you're going to put up a facility somewhere else, and you can't follow up closely to make sure that this thing can run successfully, because either way everything else can happen or can work in whichever place you choose to plant a KMTC. But how are you going to propel it to work? Exactly.
You're right. So it's good that the facilities be put into place, and even the community. And when I talk of the community, I talk of the leadership at that stage, where we have the governors, the members of parliament, and all that.
Members of county
let us just work for the community. So when KMTC is brought to your place, why don't we just try to do the necessary things?
Make it better. I always big up Peter Salasia. For whatever Peter Salasia did in his own area. That was amazing.
The building is quite good. I hope the facilities around is as good as the building.
They are quite better, if you ask me, because I've been in the place. It's quite better compared to how it was back in the times. The place used to look pathetic. Right now it's a little bit better because he made sure that there's a better building, and he's voiced it out. Investors have come in and all that.
So you're right, because there's no point of planting a KMTC where the students don't even have toilets to go to. And we used to use some toilet that was for I don't know, it was worn out, and it wasn't even originally KMTC's toilet. It was for the facility.
Sometimes you'll wake up when it's raining, and you notice that it's full to the brim. You have to wait. Have to wait until it,
So just to, if things are all put into place, facilities are well running, I mean, it doesn't cost much. If we can only do what is needed, then I think we can have a greater experience at KMTC. Even the generation that is coming can really enjoy of the KMTC than go and begin suffering. So that's it, leadership wise and all that.
Nice one. Now you're here and you're practicing. How is your journey throughout the practice?
The journey throughout the practice has been of course tough, ups and downs, but has been good. I remember we worked. I immediately after we were done with college, I went deep down and worked at some kind of pharmacy and plus it was kind of, let me just say, a pharmacy. So we worked there for some time, and then I got an opportunity to now go and work in Bondo. I was given a chance by Sarah. She was called Sarah.
Sarah.
Then
she was a medical ward in charge, I think.
She was the ward in charge, the surgical surgical unit ward in charge. She was quite also a strong woman,
very strong. I know, for lack of better word,
very strong, very strong. She was very strong, actually very strong. I think let me not talk of her strength, but the only strength that I can remember of her was one day when she insisted that there was this surgeon called this Akumu.
Dr. Akumu.
Dr. Akumu was quite thorough. But then Sarah one day stood her ground, and as thorough as Akumu was, Sarah managed to pin him down. So she was quite thorough. Now I worked in Bondo for close to 1 year. And I was working at the pediatrics ward.
Nice.
Then we were very close with Evans, who just had did us the mental health awareness, and we were quite close because we were working in the same place. The same, let's say, locality. So I worked there for quite some time, a year or less. So I worked there for quite some time. I was working at the pediatrics ward. I did not like the experience. Of course, I loved the serving children, but I did not like the kind of suffering that I was observing there. There were quite rampant diseases that we were managing there. That there was sickle cell. You could not like a sickle cell anemic child
because of the region and everything.
Because of the region of everything, it's good to create awareness, especially of such kind of diseases. I mean, it only takes you and your partner to go and test if you are carriers of sickle cell for you to avoid the same. So those are things that I know in future perhaps you may want to also.
We are going to move from county to county, so that's the conversation we're going to have in Kisumu, in Siaya, and all those areas.
Very critical that members, the audience know how to navigate sickle cell and even avoid it in the very first place. So people, children, they used to suffer. And apart from that, there's one thing that I don't like that I saw was that people used to give young babies herbal medicines. And now they come with systems that have failed, kidneys have failed, and their livers are failing simply because of herbal medicine. I didn't like that experience much, and the fact that there are some conditions that children could present with, and then they have to pay money that there's ambulances are fueled all the way to Eldoret for a scan to be done for you to bring them back. It was. I mean, we just need a society that is well equipped. Facilities that are well equipped. It takes just our governors, our leaders to do what they're supposed to do for us to have this. It goes back to leadership for us to have such kind of facilities. So children were suffering. And when you're trying to give your best and the next day you come and find your patient is gone, you feel derailed. You feel so bad. And as my colleague Evans talked of the other day, you cannot be stable.
You become mentally. Emotionally,
unstable. You're right. You become unstable.
So is this one of the reasons why you decided you will become a nurse currently, working and making sure that people don't become, have hair loss and everything else?
I don't know. I don't want to say that it contributed to the same, but it was just the trying to get to a new field, that curiosity of what lies ahead. I think that is what propelled me to leave Bondo to now come to Nairobi and see what life has for me here. Because in Bondo, of course, not in a bad way, but even the remuneration was not so good. I mean, you want to also live your life, balance between finances and patient care and all that. So I think that drove me into coming to Nairobi to see what Nairobi lies, what Nairobi has ahead for me.
And now you're in Nairobi.
And now I'm in Nairobi. So currently I am in kind of another field of nursing, and it's more of aesthetic nursing or cosmetic nursing. So we deal with we are called a trichology center. Trichology center. So trichology is basically the study of the hair and the scalp. Yeah. So we amongst the rest of the body parts, we only specialize in the hair and the scalp. So that is what we deal with currently.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you're suffering from hair loss of any kind,
But necessarily on the scalp.
Not
having hair loss on my armpits and
yeah, of course there are now there are different grades of hair loss. There is a hair loss diagnosis that can make you if you have it, you can have all your hair is gone. You have no hair completely anywhere. No beards,
do people come over for how do we call it in the first place, for someone to get the fill-ups on the scalp and everything else?
So our line of duty basically is treating the scalp and the hair loss. So of course there are different types and different diagnoses that should be given when you come for a consultation. There are people who suffer, if you're a male, you could suffer male pattern baldness. You could suffer different, I don't want to go to the nitty-gritty of the diagnosis, but every hair loss has got its own story. Yeah, there are those that come because your scalp is inflamed. So you come, we do assessment, screen if there is inflammation, we treat the inflammation. And at times, after treating the inflammation, the hair comes, sprouts, or after treating the inflammation, we can say, of course, your follicles are gone. Now let's introduce new follicles, and that is where we now do hair transplants.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is it. That is what I do right now. Hair transplant procedures. We do hair PRPs for the hair, where we draw blood and get the growth factors from the blood, and then we inject it back to your hair to just make your hair grow. If you have no hair completely on your beards and all that, we can do transplant for the same. If you have no hair on your head and you have a good donor area, we can still do
a good donor area.
Yes,
Okay.
you must have a good donor area for you to do a hair transplant.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you have a good donor area, we can still do a hair transplant for you.
I will donate for myself.
You definitely donate for yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. So we do not do more of the aesthetic. I don't know if to call it aesthetic, but let me call it aesthetic bit, where you come and we give you some artificial. We don't do artificial. We do natural.
You do natural.
So that it once the transplant is done, it's permanent. And if you do not have any disease or any condition on your scalp, then your hair stays so long as you stay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing. I think two of my friends, and they always watch these episodes. Man. Two of my friends have to come to your place because they are young, very young boys, but they don't have. They're having a bald hair, man.
Yeah.
Two of my friends, I'll mention them, of course. Elisha and Joshua. Every time I meet Elisha, I'll be laughing at him, and he holds his baldness, and he's like, "Ini wazazi, he's young."
Of course, he's right.
Because
there's also genetical aspect of hair loss, where you losing hair because you've just inherited it from your parents.
True.
Genetically. So he's also right, but otherwise it's good that he comes and he is managed, because even the genetical hair loss can be managed. Yeah. And hair loss is also can make you mentally unstable.
For sure.
Yeah, because for example, one of the causes of inflamed scalp, when we say a scalp is inflamed, it doesn't really mean that you'll see a swelling and all that, but there are nitty-gritties that we look at to give you a diagnosis of inflammation of the scalp. So one of the causes of inflammation is if your stress levels are high.
Okay.
So if you're constantly stressed at work, whatever it is that you do that makes you feel so stressed, it could trigger.
I think that's what's going to give me baldness.
That's
gonna give
definitely
me
it can trigger.
Yeah.
It can trigger hair loss.
I'll look for you when it starts coming my way.
No, you never. You need to prevent. Just stop stop the stressor, and then you'll be good to go.
For sure.
Yeah. So that is where I currently work. Just to mention where I work at Hair Hub Trichology Center, just located here along Gong Road. So that is where we do our practice right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I think they have a website, of course.
Definitely.
You said Hair Hub
Trichology Center.
Center.
They have a website. We have social media handles.
Big up to what you guys are doing, because you're
you.
giving masculinity back to us, man. As
Definitely.
men, and everyone else.
And everyone else, both ladies.
Yeah, both ladies
and gentlemen.
Everyone else who wants a good look for themselves and something like that.
Yeah, self-esteem is boosted, and confidence is restored.
And all comes back to mental well-being, because
Definitely.
whenever everyone else has a better self-esteem,
Yes.
the mental well-being
Yeah.
is a boost.
It's
100%.
a boost. Yeah.
You love what you're doing right now?
Yeah, I love what I'm doing right now, because apart from just being aesthetic or cosmetic, we help people to just have their confidence boosted. Just last month, I think we were working on a 17-year-old boy who suffered burns. And the guy is supposed to join university. All his life, people have been trolling him. And he's been covering his head because he's literally burnt at the back. And there's a scar that is permanent. But it's good when somebody like that comes to your facility and then you restore back their hair. And then all that low self-esteem all of a sudden is boosted, and they have the confidence back. So
amazing.
It's also not only because of the what you get as you work, but it's also the satisfaction that the client gets, and they go back and they're happy because at least now they can walk with their heads open and all that.
No caps.
No
caps.
artifacts
like this.
Yes.
Sure.
Just your hair and you.
No durags, your hair
your hair
you go visit a barber somewhere else.
And they trim it well and all that.
Trim it well and you look
and you look
nice
good.
and amazing.
Yeah.
Nice. So the best part of it is that you as a nurse, you're working in a different department.
Yes.
That not necessarily bedside. And that is the most interesting part.
Yes. That is the most interesting.
Would you advise someone else to follow your route?
I want to be sincere and
please.
tell us that once you're done with college, you must have an open mind. You must not just narrow it down to bedside nursing, and that's it. There are a number of opportunities outside here. For example, myself, I'm now in aesthetic nursing. There are different let me say different sectors that we can run into. For example, my wife as well. My wife is equally a nurse.
Nice.
We met in college.
Big up to her.
Thank you.
I think I know her.
You do. You could. I think you could.
Sure.
But Evans knows her.
Nice.
Yeah. So she's also a nurse, and she's also not doing bedside right now. She's doing. She's into. How do you call it? Doing more of therapeutic things.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the best term.
The intravenous therapy and stuff.
No. She's doing medical. She's a med rep. I'm sorry.
Oh, nice. Med rep.
I
nice.
really struggle to get that term, but she's a med rep right now. So you see, if you're only looking into opportunities into bedside or facilities that treat, and you just go and inject people and they're sick and all that, you'll get it. But right now also it's congested.
Very congested.
It's congested, and facilities don't. They frustrate nurses.
100%.
Yeah. Before she went to med repping, she was working in some facility. I may not mention the name just because of I don't want to.
It's okay. It's okay. We have lawyers. So
she's working in a facility. It's December, and people. people are paid June salary.
Damn.
6 whole months, somebody has not been paid. So it doesn't make sense. I told them, I mean, we are not going to.
It's not working.
It's not working.
Yeah.
So just let's open up and find out something that you can do. And then she went and now she's doing med draping. And at least, even if it's not much, but at least you're able to be paid every month and you plan your life.
That's a nice parting shot for a nurse out there. That is
Yeah.
an amazing one.
Yeah.
You should be open to each and every opportunity that comes your way, right?
You're right.
Very nice. Okay.
Thank you.
Is there anything you wanna?
Parting shot. Let's work. Let's try to work. Everything that is available that you can just use to earn a living, you do it.
Give the best.
Yeah. Give the best. Give the best.
Peace out.
Peace out.
This is Dante for you. Until next episode.